All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of On the Ball with Steezy. Today, I am here at the headquarters of the beautiful Kaizer Chiefs, Naturena, a beautiful spot that they have decided to build for us media and their partners. Jessica, beautiful place. It's called the M Cafe?
The KC Cafe.
The KC Cafe.
You can come chill here, you can have coffee, you can have snacks, you can have lunch. It's just a chill space for everybody, media, supporters, players. It's just a nice fit vibe while you're here at the village.
So even if I'm just deciding to, I want to pop by, I'm leaving home, I want to go to Kaizer Chiefs Village and just maybe have some downtime and work in the space, we are more than welcome to come through.
Definitely, you're more than welcome. It's open to everybody. The store's the other side. We're just creating an ecosystem in a space where people can be comfortable and enjoy the Chiefs brand.
Oh no, crazy. So this is what's beautiful about this brand. Always opening up doors and opportunities to engage and emerge and engage with some of their supporters. So this is a lovely, and I think a first that we found in South African football, and many firsts that you guys do. So let's get to matters of why we're actually here today. Kaizer Chiefs is going into their second year with this tournament, the Toyota Cup. I see obviously going a bit bigger, a bit better in terms of the team that's also performing. We know that you guys have just brought back Asante Kota, which is a team synonymous with Kaizer Chiefs, particularly with the Vodacom Cup. Back in my days when I was still young, I used to look forward to these preseason tournaments. So it's going to be an interesting clash in terms of the on-the-field matters. But Toyota specifically and Kaizer Chiefs, I spoke to the marketing and communications manager and I asked them, what makes a brand like this stick with you guys through thick and thin? Because we hardly find that in today's game where brands stay the long distance, you know what I mean? So there clearly are brand synergies, there clearly are pillars that make Kaizer Chiefs and Toyota get married and have a 10-year, potentially 10-year partnership. What makes this brand partnership so special, Jess?
Well, I think I can be proud to say we as Kaizer Chiefs have long-term relationships. You can see it with our sponsorships with Vodacom, even our past sponsor Nike. We are in it for the long haul with our partners. And I think I know it's very clear that Toyota are a brand of stability, consistency, reliability. They are a brand we really can rely on. And we started off as a vehicle sponsor, and they've kept us safe on the roads, making us look good with their various cars. But they are a brand that is much deeper in terms of their engagement with their brand holders. And for me, when they came to us about the sleeve, it just made sense, and also because it wasn't just about being on our sleeve, but saying, how do we do meaningful things together? And also it's saying, put our heart on our sleeves and do things in our communities that are going to make a difference. So it's just not about the brand exposure, it's about significant connection, and that's what has made this relationship stick. And then leveraging it to the Toyota Cup made it even bigger to say, how can we do something at a football showcasing level, but also something that is meaningful to supporters, not just about what's happening on the pitch, but also empowering a supporter. A supporter can win a vehicle. That's something we haven't done in a long time. So yes, they are a partner who understand the long journey, but also who understand that there are various pillars in making the relationship work. And then a great relationship, great people to work with, are very clear about their vision and very dedicated to a partnership.
From what I've gathered from what you just said, relationships are very important in terms of having a mutually beneficial relationship. A lot of brands, a lot of people are always in a quick hurry to look for the ROI, the return on investment, not understanding that, the fruits of their labor and the fruits of their investment do show throughout the long term. So one thing I want to commend Kaizer Chiefs about is, I look at it, always announcing sponsors. Guys, you're going to run out of space on your shirts. Like a sleeve is only this much. Where else can you put these brands? You know what I mean? So, but that also gives testament to your work, Jessica. I need to commend you in terms of many see you as, the greatest football marketer in South African football. How did you manage to leverage these relationships, stay in touch with these brands and continue? Is it because just your brilliance, or also just because of the ethos of Kaizer Chiefs that has made Kaizer Chiefs a brand that not necessarily the performance side of things is also very important for this team, but we also think of the commercial side of the team, which we've seen a lot of people fanfare, fan debate, banter. Kaizer Chiefs has become a marketing company. Kaizer Chiefs has become a this and this and that. But that just shows how entrenched that this company, this brand is in terms of companies.
No, listen, it's very important to acknowledge the fact that my success is also due to the success of what this brand is. The Chiefs brand. Chiefs is an institution. You know, it's an institution that has deep history. Its commercialization has been there, but obviously being able to take it to the next level has been a privilege and an honor for me. And how one does it is also through relationships, through the hard work with having the right team of people. But it's also credit goes to our supporters who are loyal, who are passionate, who embrace our partners with all the products that they have. I look at their support for the activations that we do, the work we've done even with Vodacom, the work we've done with our kid sponsors, and how they've embraced the Toyota family is very important. But I think it's also about innovation. It's about being creative. I mean, we've done things that push the envelope. When I look at the PSL manual, I think it's written for me because everything we've done, we come back and there's a new change. It was like, hey, you know. But at the same time, I understand that we're within a structure, but we're able to push the envelope and working with creative partners who come with agencies as well that bring ideas. But certainly, I must thank my marketing, digital team who come to the fore, you know, and come up with things that sometimes people would think, why are we going in that direction? But when you see it come together, it really delivers to the partner. And I think for me, the other thing is a lot of people think about just what are we going to get, about the money, you know, and it is about the return to the partner and the value that you're giving long term to the entire ecosystem.
No, 100%. I mean, as a marketer myself, pivoting now into a digital space, you know, I'm coming into the content creating space, I'm coming into the broadcasting space, I'm growing, I'm evolving. Where do you guys see, as you've mentioned, you know, the brand is very innovative and how you guys think as a future forward brand. What's the space for content creators? What's the space for this new social media? People who speak about the game in different ways. I mean, obviously you do have got your old school hardcore journalists who are credible, who've been doing this for years and years. But everybody's got a voice now in football. You know, you find people are jumping onto platforms. I myself have a platform where I could just go on and decide to have a big voice about Kaizer Chiefs. But at the end of the day, how do you maybe guys regulate and use certain outlets like people like myself to, guys, we see you guys are in the space, you've got a voice. How do you guys integrate us into football?
The content space is very important, and to see it evolve and grow is lovely. And I think we as a brand take it very seriously. We're clear where we want to go with the content. I think the one thing that's important is authenticity. You know, a lot of people are jumping in, leveraging our brand, sometimes rubbishing our brand unnecessarily. And we have ways of engaging. We go out and talk to content creators. We work with content creators who want to build the game. It's not just about building the Kaizer Chiefs brand. It's building the game. Because when the game grows, their content grows as well, you know? And it's about telling authentic stories. It's about having the conversations that we are having right now. True conversations about how the business grows, where we can take things and make it better, and not be sensationalist about everything, you know? And it's choosing those kind of people who are a partner. And I think there's a lot of opportunity in partnering, not just with local brands, but partnering on the continent. You know, there are a lot of stories to tell, but it's doing it with a responsible eye and a responsible execution, and also doing it to build a game. And then the business will flourish.
All right, no, fantastic. And I think before I let you go, I just have to dabble a little bit into on-the-field matters. You guys are going over to the Netherlands for your pre-season tour. How excited are you guys about that? I know you did mention in the press conference that you guys are going to be announcing some players, so I'm not going to dab into that. Just maybe some of your expectations, realistically, from the back end of a successful end to your season. What are just maybe some of the expectations? Do you think that football fans, particularly the Kaizer Chiefs football fans, should expect a big shift in terms of where the team was last year and where it's going to be this year? Or you guys maybe just looking at it as a gradual progression from where we were to where we're going?
Look, I think we want consistent growth, definitely, but we also want to leap into some serious spaces and to ascend into the rightful place in terms of where we need to be at a league level, as well as continentally. That's exciting. For me, the preseason is an opportunity for the team to really prepare, but it's also become a nice property for us to leverage from a sponsorship point of view. So I'm proud to announce that we have partnered with Carling, who are also going to be with us and support us in creating content, in really sharing the story of the tour when people are not with us. And then excited that Vodacom have also, through their competition selected 5 winners. We'll travel to the tour and be part of a few games, get some insight, a meet and greet with the players. So again, bringing our sponsors into the fold and at the same time allowing the team to have time to prepare. And then excited about building the brand internationally. You know, I haven't been to the Netherlands before, so it's going to be great for us. And to play teams there and really galvanize expats who are there and also new supporters and media in their space.
All right, no, fantastic. I am so thrilled and honored to have had this conversation with you. I think to many more conversations in the future. And yeah, let's see what we can cook up. It's On the Ball with Steezy. But before I let you go, can you please let them know, or should rather say, please tell them to follow On the Ball with Steezy.
Well, first of all, Steezy, lovely to speak to people like you who are looking at the business the way that it is, you know, and stay on the ball with Steezy.
You know what it is.
For life.
For life. Jess, that was absolutely